Now I'm gonna play you a short video.
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Sí. I'm sorry. That's all my Spanish. We have a question from Mexico, from Soltrado. He has a nice question. He or she, I'm sorry. Great question. The original question, chest, chemistry. I know the words, but when do we know the CH sound? Here it's a ch sound. Here it's a k sound. How do we know when it's ch? How do we know when it's k? And there's one more sound. That sound too. That's a great question. That is a fair question. Most teachers will tell you, you need to memorize the words. You just need to know. And yes, I agree. But there is another way to know. It's not 100% accurate, but it works usually. Original English words that have the CH sound like ch, almost always. Church, change. Words that originate from France, French words, usually sound like an SH when spoken in English. So, catch, no, cache, like the cache memory on your computer. Champagne, no, champagne, champagne. It sounds like an SH. So words that have a French origin usually have an SH sound instead of the CH sound. And then there's these words like chameleon, scholar, scholar. It's a K sound. Both have a K sound. Now, the trick is words that have a Greek, I should spell this with a capital G, Greek, or a German, let me change that, sorry, or a German background, especially a Greek background, usually the CH has a K sound when pronounced in English. So chemistry has a Greek origin, and chem, meaning I think chemicals, alchemy, chemistry, has a K sound, okay? So that's not easy, but you speak Spanish, so you might have an idea on the origin of some words. So typical, basic, original English words have a ch sound. Cash, champagne. French originating English words usually have an SH sound. Chameleon, scholar, chemistry, psychology, psychic. These Greek originating words usually have a K sound when spoken in English. Okay? Does that help? Now, I agree with the other teachers. You have to memorize the sound, the spelling. But if it's hard to remember, you might think about, is this a French word? Is this maybe a Greek word? Then you might be able to figure out the pronunciation. It usually works, okay? There's lots of lists on the internet of CH words that have the K sound. And one of the YouTube English teachers, Teacher Melanie, I think it's Teacher Melanie, she has a list of 50 CH words that have a K sound. So go to her site, check out her video, and do some online searching if you want to know only K-sounding CH words. Or use my formula. English words, ch. French words, sh. Greek words, k. It almost always works. Thanks a lot for the question.
Okay, so that's the reason why I say you should just memorize which sound. In all honesty, for me, it's hard to see where the words came from, either from France or Germany or Greek. By looking at it, actually, I have no idea. But if you guys know, please use that. Otherwise, I recommend just memorizing and studying. So let's go to our next page. Page 112. Actually, I guess we skipped page 110. Let's do page 110. Sorry about that. We skipped page 110. We jumped from page 109 to, I believe, 111. Right? I'm losing my mind here. Okay, page 110. Lesson E, writing. 1. Complete the words. Drying the dishes. Starts with W, so can you guess it? Washing the dishes. ASHING. M. Making lunch. D again. Doing homework. 5. M. Making the bed. 6. Doing the laundry. 2. Look at the chart. Write the chores. So again, how many columns are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 columns. 7 is going, columns are going down. And how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. So let's look at the chores. Sunday, or I guess this is the name of the person, Sun. Do homework. For day, make the bed. For Chel, you make lunch. For Sue, dry the dishes. For Chin, wash the dishes. Min, do the laundry. All these names is capitalized because it's a person's name, and they all sound like Asian names to me. Maybe like Chinese, maybe not Japanese. Chinese and Korean, I guess. So 1, Son is doing homework. You have to do ing form here. Why? Because you have a verb to be. This is to be verb. And all these V verbs have what? It has a different form depending on the subject. This is a third person singular. So you have to use is. Son is doing homework. Number 2. Day is, where's day? Making the bed. Making. Now, there's an E at the end, silent E. So we are going to drop the letter E, spell it without an E. It's going to be MAKING. ing, making the bed. 3. Sue is drying the dishes. Now it ends with Y. When there's Y and when we are making it to ing form, we just add ing. It doesn't matter if it's consonant or vowel. When followed by Y, when we're trying to make it into ing form. So Sue is drying, drying, the dishes. Number 4, Chin. Chin is washing the dishes. Washing the dishes. Now, we don't need to worry about anything. It looks very normal. 5, Min. Min is what? Doing the laundry. Again, it looks very normal. There's like no E, no Y at the end, so doing the laundry. Number 6, Chul. Chul is making lunch. Again, it ends with silent E, make. So we are gonna drop the E and just add ing. So Chul is making lunch. making. As a review, I'm gonna play you another video regarding to be verb. So let's watch.
Hello, my name is Ronnie, and I'm going to teach you about a very important basic verb in English. This is really, really good if it's the first verb you ever learn in English, or if you have learned English before and are reviewing your English lessons. I know also you may think, I don't need this. This is easy. I am very surprised the number of people who are really, really advanced English speakers who make mistakes using to be. So, I will help you to learn it or to review it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the positive, the negative, and also the question form, just to help you out. So, the first thing we have to do is go through the positive. We say, I am. Or you can also say or write, I'm. It's the same thing. With he, and this is a man or a boy, she, who's a girl or a woman, and it. We have to use is. Now, it is a singular noun. So that means one of something that is not a person. For example, my marker. I can say it. It is red. Okay? When we say he is, or she is, or it is, we can shorten it and we can say he's, she's, or it's. Again, these are the shortened versions. When we use you, we, and they, we have to use are. You is you. We includes myself and another person. We is plural. There's always at least two people, including you. They is also plural for people. It means more than one person who is not yourself. So I can say, they like pizza. The other meaning we use for they, I told you that it is for a singular noun or singular thing. We also use they for plural nouns. So if the noun is plural, it's going to have an S on the end. For example, I told you that it is red for one marker. Magic, I have two markers. I have to say they are black and red. So one is it, two or more are they. We can also break these down and make them shorter when we speak or when we write. Both speaking and writing is acceptable. We say your, we're, and their. Okay? We're going to go on to the negative form of these. So this is positive, and as you can tell here, this is negative. So positive is I am or I'm. What we're going to do with the negative is we're only going to add one word, and it is the same for all of the subjects. To make it negative, we put not. So for this one, we're going to write I'm not. Or you could say I am not. It doesn't matter. Normally, when we speak English, we would say I'm not. For he, she, and it, all we're doing is adding not with is. So I'm going to write he is not, or you can say she isn't. These two are exactly the same. And then you say it isn't, or it is not. And the last three are you are not, or we can say we are not, or we aren't. I can say they are not, or they aren't. If it is difficult for you to say aren't or isn't, don't worry. Just if you want to try and start, you can practice saying he is not, she is not, I am not, you are not. Then when you feel comfortable, you can change it and shorten it. It'll be easy once you practice a couple times. The last thing that you're going to want to learn are the question forms of these, of to be verb. The first one we don't really use a lot in speaking, but we do use it when we talk to ourselves. Yes, you do. Or, as I like to say, your inner voice. A lot of people ask me, Ronnie, when will I ever become bilingual in English? One of the first ways that you are on the path to becoming bilingual is when you begin to think in English. So your inner voice or your thinkings, the language actually changes of how you think. This is a very good indication that you are slowly becoming bilingual. It takes time, so please do not think, oh my God, I don't worry, it'll take a while. So, once you have done that, you're going to start thinking to yourself, am I? Am I speaking English well? Yes, you are. When we use the question form, all we do very easily is we switch the verb and the subject. Try and do this one. If we switch the verb and the subject, he is, changes to, is he. We also say, is she, is it. It's very unusual if we would start a question with, isn't it. We do say that sometimes, but it's not usual. what I want you to concentrate on is just the regular questions in the affirmative or in the positive. You are. Do you know the answer to that one or the question to that one? This one would be, are you? We are would be, are we? And plural noun, they are, would be, are they? One very important thing as well is when you're asking a question, when you're writing the question, you always need one of these beautiful things at the end called a question mark. If you don't put a question mark, it's wrong. So always remember your beautiful question mark at the end of every question. When you are speaking, the way that the listener knows you're asking a question is your voice goes up. For example, I would say, is she okay? My voice has to rise at the end so that the listener knows that I'm asking a question. If you have a question to ask me, go to ingvid.com and you can ask me. I hope you understand all of this. I am leaving. Bye.